to me in the transition. Mayor Briley is my friend, and I give her my thanks for her years of service to the city, and I immediately began to prepare for the transition that just took place. Today is obviously a very disappointing day for Nashville, and it's really tough. The public trust has been damaged, and we've all been distracted from very important work that our city needs to undertake. Just a few moments ago in the council chambers, our city began the process of recovering from that setback. I'm going to go to work immediately and with a guiding priority to reestablish the focus of the mayor's office on managing the city. My administration will fight for transit solutions, neighborhoods, crime prevention, our schools, public health, and to bring jobs and investment to all of our communities. That work will be conducted transparently and with a dedication to act with utmost ethical standards to earn back any loss in public trust and confidence in this office and in our government. I will expect every public servant to adhere to that fundamental principle. Over the last few hours, I've had conversations with Mayors Bredesen, Purcell, and Dean, to me and their city, and I gladly accept to address the challenges that we have ahead, and I will begin to meet regularly with my colleagues in the Metro Council. Together with the council, the mayor's office staff, we'll begin a series of town hall meetings across the city. They're seeing that we're acting upon them, and to demonstrate the commitment of each and every Metro department to work closely with residents to achieve the progress we all desire for our city. It's important, I think, to put today in perspective, right? Nashville has never been defined by a single person. Every step that we have made forward, all the progress that we have made here, has been the result of the efforts of the many, not the one. And today's event and what we've learned today is really disappointing, and it's sad. But I'm standing here right now, and I pledge to you, to the citizens of Davidson County and Nashville, that together we're going to move the city where we continue to move forward together. We will not delay what's most important, and that's to get back to work, to regain the focus of managing the city and deliver results. I have those comments. Vice Mayor Wiener is going to speak, and then we'll hear from the legal director, John Cooper, and then I'll be glad to answer any questions.
Thank you, everybody. I really believe that my remarks a little while ago were succinct. This is a time of healing, and we are coming together as a team. The Metro Council, under the leadership of now Mayor Briley, was seamless. We did a lot of hard work, and we were able to accomplish a lot. And I don't see that changing. In fact, to your point of business continuing as usual, we're actually in committee meetings right now, and we will go into full council session this evening. We are looking forward to tackling those things that we have ahead of us and to working hand in hand with Mayor Briley and his staff. Thank you.
Good evening. I will now discuss where things stand from a legal standpoint. Pursuant to the Metro Charter, Mayor Briley will serve as mayor by virtue of his office as vice mayor until the next Metropolitan General Election. That will be on August 2nd, 2018. The qualifying deadline for that election will be April 5th. Mayor Briley now has all duties and all responsibilities assigned to and associated with the office of Metropolitan County Mayor, which will include preparation of the operating budget to be filed by May 1st. The council rules of procedure provide that the President Pro Tem of the council, which position is held by Sherry Weiner, will serve as presiding officer of the council in the absence of the vice mayor. Thus, Sherry Weiner will fulfill the responsibilities of vice mayor that David Briley formerly fulfilled. She will retain her full right to vote as a member of council at council meetings. The council, pursuant to their rules, will elect a deputy pro tem to serve while Sherry Weiner is fulfilling the role of vice mayor. The term of the president pro tem, per the council rules, expires on August 31st, 2018. The August 2nd election will fill the vacancy in the office of mayor until the end of the regular term in 2019, at which point it will be a regular metropolitan general election.
Your questions. So, we'll just try to go one by one, and there's no need to worry about that you're not going to get your question answered.
Mayor Briley, what's your message to Megan Berry tonight?
Well, Megan has been my friend, and obviously this is a horrible moment in her life, and I hope that she moves on with her life.
Yeah, Mayor Briley, do you plan on running for election in August?
Well, there are plenty of days for politics, but this ain't one of them. This is a day for somebody to get back to work leading the city, and that's what I intend to do. I'm going to work to make sure that the city moves forward, to make sure that we are totally focused on providing the services that this community needs, to make sure that we move forward economically, and frankly, to make sure that the transit referendum passes on May 1. I've been behind that from the very beginning. It's the most important thing that is confronting our city right now, and I'm committed to working hard on that every day between now and May 1st.
How do you see your role in transit referendum now that you're mayor?
Well, I've been working on that since the very beginning, but let's be clear. The transit referendum is not about one person. It is about 20,000 people in this community coming together and defining a future for this city. I am convinced that this city always makes those kind of investments in itself. It believes in itself when it is faced with a question like this. And this is what this moment is about. Is Nashville going to make an investment in itself? Do you want in 100 years? You have to make this investment if you want that.
This should have happened sooner. A week ago, 2 weeks ago. I mean, the DA's office today said that Berry knew these charges were coming.
I have not been a part of any of those discussions. I'm not privy to any of the detailed facts. I don't know anything about it. And all I know is that Mayor Megan Berry made the decision today, that the district attorney agreed to it, and my job is to get to work.
Are you planning to keep the current mayor's staff until August, or could there be personnel changes in the coming days or weeks?
And I learned of the resignation this morning, like everybody else who lives in this town. And I'm not in a position to make any personnel decisions today, and I am going to work with the staff who's here. I am going to make sure that everybody has their shoulder to the wheel and is moving the city forward. I expect to evaluate what everybody's doing over the coming days and make some decisions then, but I'm not in a position today to make any decisions like that.
Mayor Berry, you had said, I know you said that you weren't privy to some... Mayor Berry? Sorry, Mayor Berry.
B's a popular letter. Keep going.
Mayor Briley.
Keep going.
Now, I know you said you weren't privy to a lot of any legal conversations that Mayor Berry may have had, But what's your sense in terms of moving the city forward? Was this a good decision for the mayor to step down today?
Well, I obviously, as engaged in between the district attorney and the mayor, obviously the mayor made a very difficult decision today and took a step that was very difficult for her. As I've said before, every elected official above their own. And I think her decision today made
Force pension. It seems like the police department has said we didn't find out about any wrongdoing until after he retired. Is there anything your office is going to be doing to make sure that those tax dollars are going where they should be?
well, the benefit board is responsible for approving each and every pension for every retiree. And what they will do in the context of approving Sergeant Forrest's pension is to look and determine whether or not the calculation should be adjusted based on the overtime that he earned, and based on what happened today, I'm sure they'll look very closely at that to make sure that his pension is appropriately calculated. They'll look at that as part of the determination.
David Briley, you speak Spanish. ¿Cuál es tu mensaje para la comunidad hispana que nos ve en este momento?
So I was just asked a question in Spanish, and for those English speakers in the room, I'm going to try and answer it in Spanish. I'm sorry if my accent is not the greatest. Mi mensaje a la gente hispanohablante aquí en Nashville es que juntos vamos adelante. Que este día no es más que un blip. Vamos adelante juntos. ¿Me entiendes? Gracias.
Thank you.
Mayor, you promised transparency. Your predecessor promised the same thing right where you're standing a little over a month ago. What can you say to the people of Nashville to assure them that that's the case?
I can't speak for Mayor Barrett. I can only speak for myself. And I am committed to take every step every day to make sure that I am as transparent as I possibly can be. I intend to go out and do town halls across the county to make sure that people have an opportunity to ask me questions face to face that I will answer. I believe that I will. I'm committed to having regular press conferences just like this, so that the press can come and ask me questions.
Mayor, with your new office comes a security detail. How do you intend on using that security detail, and what changes do you plan on making?
Well, when I met with the mayor's office staff today, I explained to them that this was not something I expected, anticipated, or wanted. And that's in great part because I have a family that I spend a lot of time with, and I intend to continue to do that. So my schedule will be as much focused on my family as I possibly can. I intend to drive myself to work every day, and I intend to drive myself home at night. During the day, I'll use the detail as the police department directs me to do. Obviously, I'm not trained in that, so I'll follow the direction of the police department in terms of security, but I intend to use it at an absolute minimum just because I find it doesn't interfere with my family. If I do travel outside the city, which the mayor to do, let's be clear, we don't live in isolation. Our mayor needs to travel to make sure that we are bringing business to our community from all around the world. I will travel without a detail.
Besides the transit plan, what are some other projects that you'd really like to see move forward?
Well, I think people know that I'm a strong believer in the need to provide affordable housing to the residents of our community, to make sure that we grow in a way that is sustainable, to grow in a way so that we protect our neighborhoods. So I'll work on those issues. Additionally, the MLS franchise has been awarded to Nashville, that will have to come back before the council, and I will need those work to be done there still. There are a lot of other issues beyond transit, but those are going to be the core issues. Let me add one other thing. The biggest single expenditure in our city's budget is public education. And I've already spoken today with Dr. Sean Joseph about my commitment to getting into our Metro Public Schools and making sure that we move forward with the greatest haste to provide the most possible opportunity to the students the 70,000 students in our public school system.
So, Mayor, what is your position on General Hospital?
I'm committed to the city having, I'm committed to the city having a public hospital, period. I'm also committed to making sure that we spend the public's resources in the most efficient way to provide. I didn't see entirely eye to eye on how that process was working. And to her great credit, I will say, when I brought that to her attention, she agreed to adjust her philosophy on that a little bit. So I'm committed to General Hospital. At the same time, we have to make sure that every penny there is spent in the most efficient way, because that is the best way for us to provide care for the most number of people in the community.
Mayor, I had a conversation with one of my colleagues about being mayor and how your health scare, your heart problems kind of made you reevaluate things, family life. Now, what are your thoughts today as you are the new mayor?
Well, I guess what I would say is that over the last few weeks, seeing how much impact the decisions of the mayor have on the city, I think I'm incredibly important. I take the responsibility very seriously. Is a very powerful, important role as to live up to that. I look at plans for the next 2 years and see how much they've changed as a result of the decision of a mayor, and I see it as a very well. The 52B. That happened. But my plans have been to go to my law office and practice law. As a result of my becoming mayor, I have resigned from the law office. So I'm a full-time mayor now. I got no other job. I'll be office process of evaluating the steps that need to be taken to the city. Get details of the outline of most issues here, but getting up to speed on the details and making
With building development going on in the city,
I'm not completely up to, I'm not been in a lot of the details of Amazon. I think it's important that one, one of 20 cities in the country that Amazon can for relocation. An indication that every resident of Nashville, in any respect, you're on the right track. My role as mayor is to those right tracks. I will work hard to do it. I'll need to get a little bit more briefing on in terms of what the city has for Amazon to know exactly.
And most mayors transition into the role of you were involved in. Do you think that is going to be with you?
Well, two parts. First, three vice mayor presumably have looked for her and says, or you come mayor. So I had to do everything I could to prepare for the scenario that mayor part in one way or another. So I'm ready. For the last meeting, I had the outlines of everything the city is doing.
Perhaps renting that breaking.
A lot. And I have some work to help me sort of think through what it would be like. I have to lean and agree on the council because Rob advised me, and then I've worked with other people that have leaders here.
Mayor Briley, as your role as mayor, pick the council members that bring into this committee, you had talked about the care that you can select members. So with that in mind, what is your advice that should they continue investigating? What would you tell them at this moment?
As internal members, we have the finances and work to think that the events of the day warrant a second look intensity of investigation to be what you get from the squeeze to say from you know, the mayor has resigned.
Are you going to the outside that has been recommended by the committee? What do you think they should do with that?
I think they should reconsider that. Well, after too long, I'll walk down.
Mayor, Mayor, the officials usually come in public. What are your thoughts about taking over this role and with this? Will it
It's kind of complicated. So we decided to do this with low remote. I talked about community, and the response has been, "We're with you."
was 10 a.m. when you got the call from the mayor? Former mayor?
Before it all happened.
I'm sorry, I may have missed this. Did you say that investigating Gary should consider the investigation?
I think that hiring a law firm at this point, I think they should. The investigation should be completed by the, without the need for an outside counsel. I think that's especially because it needs the counsel were alive in 1960. Were alive in 1960. They came together. Many had sacrifice to to make I've always believed in this initiative was if the people of Davidson I've always believed